There are miracles that happen in front of many people, and there are miracles that God keeps quiet, shown only to those who need to know the truth. When Padre Pio was still a young priest, living hidden away in Petina, no crowds followed him. There were no cameras, no newspaper writers, no visitors climbing mountains to see him. There was simply a humble monk, unknown to the world but watched by heaven. His spiritual teacher, Father Augustine, saw something special in him. He saw holiness, yes, but holiness must be tested. And so a test was prepared. A letter was sent to Padre Pio, not in Italian, not in Latin, but in Greek, a language the young priest had never studied, never read, never even heard before. It was a test no one expected him to pass, except God. Padre Pio received the letter, opened it, and read every word as if it had been written in his own language. He replied right away, writing back with perfect understanding. When his spiritual teacher received Padre Pio's reply, he was shocked. How could this be? How could a poor Italian priest understand Greek so well? He asked Padre Pio, demanding an explanation. Padre Pio lowered his eyes as if embarrassed by something that was not his doing, and whispered, "My guardian angel explained everything to me. There was no showing off, no excitement, no taking credit for himself. The miracle was not about him. It was about obedience. God showing a priest that the soul in his care was being guided directly from heaven. Years later, this moment would become a landmark, the first great sign that Padre Pio's mind was being shaped by a world far beyond earthly reach, because it would not end with Greek. Soon letters would arrive from every direction, French, German, English. They came from priests and scholars, some honest, others eager to catch him in a lie. Padre Pio answered them all correctly, deeply, wisely. Father Augustine once sent him a letter in French, simply to see if what he suspected was true. Padre Pio responded instantly, perfectly, no pausing, no dictionary, because this gift was not learned, it was given. And God gives nothing without a mission. That mission soon took the form of the confessional, the battleground of heaven and hell. People began to arrive from faraway places, each with heavy sins that could only be washed clean through the priesthood of Christ. What if they could not confess because the priest did not speak their language? What if sin remained hidden because the words were not understood? Satan would win simply through confusion. And so God tore down the wall. There was a young American girl who spoke no Italian. She entered the confessional with fear, unsure if she would even be able to speak. Yet Padre Pio listened, spoke to her, taught her, comforted her in English. When asked afterward if the priest had truly spoken her language, she answered without hesitation, yes. But Padre Pio did not know English. Then came the Austrians. They confessed in German. He forgave them in German. A priest from Switzerland spoke Latin. Padre Pio replied in perfect German instead. It was not an accident. It was supernatural strategy. God had made him a universal confessor because the war for souls has no borders. One day, a French priest insisted on confessing only in French. Padre Pio listened quietly and replied with a firmness that revealed a deep truth about miracles. They do not exist for show. He told the translator, "Tell him I could confess him in many languages, French, English, Greek, and others, but I do not wish to hear his confession, because grace is not a performance. Miracles are not tricks for the curious. Every special gift in the Christian life has a purpose, the salvation of souls. When pride or arrogance tries to turn heaven into a show, God refuses." Padre Pio understood this completely. His gifts were not for himself. They were for the hearts that arrived wounded, desperate, burdened by sin, needing the only freedom that matters, reconciliation with God. His guardian angel was not just a translator or a heavenly helper. He was a co-worker in the priesthood of Christ every time Padre Pio heard a confession in a foreign language. Every time he read a letter he should not have understood. Heaven itself was bending close to earth so that one more soul could be saved. Angels do not exist to decorate theology. They exist to fight for human eternity. This is why Padre Pio constantly told his spiritual children to speak to their guardian angels, to trust them, to take them seriously. He wrote, "Never say you are alone. You would offend this heavenly companion." For Padre Pio, the visible and invisible worlds were one battlefield. He could see what we ignore. He could hear what we dismiss. And because he trusted completely, heaven could act freely through him. If today you are hearing this story, it is not by accident. Perhaps your own guardian angel has brought you here to remind you that you are not abandoned in your struggles, your doubts, your sins. The same God who sent an angel to teach Greek to a humble priest has sent an angel to guard you, guide you, and bring you home. So, before you go on with your day, repeat with the trust Padre Pio lived every moment of his life. My guardian angel, help me to love God. Help me to reach heaven. Padre Pio never wanted anyone to admire his gifts and stop there. His whole life pointed to a truth he begged his spiritual children to live. You also have a guardian angel, and he is closer than your own breath. If the angel of Padre Pio could teach Greek to a humble priest, could carry prayers across oceans, could wake a priest in the middle of the night because someone desperately needed grace, imagine what your angel is ready to do for you, if only you would speak to him. So how do we begin the simplest way possible? By acknowledging his presence. When you wake in the morning, before touching a phone, before letting the world flood you with distractions, turn your heart to heaven and say, "My guardian angel, lead me today." When you lie down to sleep, entrust the darkness to him. Ask his protection through the night, because he is not a symbol. He is not a metaphor. He is a soldier of God, assigned to stand guard at your soul until your final breath. And remember, every person you meet also has an angel beside them. When you greet someone, good morning, good evening, how are you? Silently greet the angel who goes with them. This unseen courtesy changes hearts. It trains your soul to recognize the invisible, to honor holiness you cannot see, but that is still present. It changes the way you look at people, not as obstacles or annoyances, but as souls escorted by bright guardians who see God face to face. You can speak to your guardian angel without moving your lips. He knows your thoughts when God allows it, and he receives every prayer of your heart. The demons cannot hear this language. Temptation becomes weaker the moment you remember that you are not fighting alone. For your angel's greatest mission is not to protect your body from danger, though he does that too, but to keep you out of hell. He has been trusted with the eternal destiny of your soul, and his power in spiritual combat is terrifying to the enemy. When you face decisions that confuse you, ask his advice. The Book of Tobit teaches us angels know the road ahead better than we do. When you travel, when you feel fear, when sickness threatens, call upon your angel's presence. But above all, when temptation knocks, call upon him like Padre Pio did, with total confidence. You will see that no battle is fought alone. Saints took this seriously. St. John once said that when he needed to solve a difficult situation, he would first send his guardian angel to speak with the guardian angel of the other person involved. That peace might arrive before he did. Padre Pio often said to his spiritual children, "If you need me and cannot reach me, send me your angel." And many nights he could not sleep because angels from around the world came to wake him, carrying requests from the souls he loved. You may not see angels like Padre Pio did. That does not make your angel less real. Like saints wrote, he can go to those you love when you cannot be present, wiping tears, protecting hearts, carrying grace. Angels go with families, cities, nations, parishes. Portugal itself has a guardian angel honored even in worship, who prepared the shepherd children for the appearances of Our Lady of Fatima. Heaven covers the earth with invisible warriors. Not one moment of history is left unguarded. But there is something we so often forget. We are also called to imitate the angels. If they guard us, then we must guard others. If they lead us to heaven, then we must help others rise with us. To love like an angel is to want someone's salvation with all your heart, to become a guardrail along the road to God. This is the lesson Padre Pio would want us to carry from his life. Do not ignore the one who has never ignored you. Your guardian angel has been by your side since the moment of your conception. He will be the last to speak to your soul at the hour of death. And if you are faithful, he will be the first to embrace you in eternity. So tonight, before this video ends, make him a promise. Walk with me, fight for me, lead me home. If this mission speaks to your heart and you wish to help it grow, consider becoming a channel member. You will receive a special member badge beside your name in the comments. Gain access to exclusive videos and help me continue sharing powerful stories that strengthen faith and awaken souls. Thank you for your support. May God bless you and your guardian angel always be at your side.